want to survive here, we do it as a team.
What's up, folks? The Gamers Table bringing you episode 6 of our Let's Play through Marvel Ultimate Alliance. Special edition, I could say it that way. Deadpool and Wolverine. We're following the release of that movie, having a good time playing this through with some special additions to the Deadpool and Wolverine team up. Not trying to spoil anything, but we have strategically chosen the other two teammates for Deadpool and Wolverine to save the world. So this is PastorJ here, a couple friends with me. I'll let those guys jump in and introduce themselves.
Go ahead, Toasty.
Yeah, that's me. I'm the Toasty.
The toastiest of toast.
Yeah. And I'm Deadpool. Or not really, but I'm playing him in the game.
He's not Deadpool, but he would guarantee that you will not see him and Deadpool in the same room together.
This is true.
That is true.
And you have Mr. Druid here, just doing our thing. I'm ready to hop into this. We are in the dark dimension.
Yeah, we just, I can't really say saved the X-Men Xavier mansion, but we were eyewitnesses to its destruction, and now we're here.
Yeah, I think we, it's kind of maybe just a few bricks and rubble now, but you know, hey, it's fine. Everybody survived.
Listen,
I think.
they're a bunch of mutants. I mean, people can put it together quick, I guess.
Yeah, I'm sure there's one guy with like the mutant ability to build things fast.
You know there is, like somewhere, somehow, there's like, you know, what's your mutant ability? I can just put things together really efficiently. Like, you know, he can build a Lego set without looking at the instructions.
Oh, they've had everything. Like actual one, there's El Guapo. So he was like literally only in like I think maybe 2 or 3 comics. He's like just his mutant ability is that he had a psychic bond with his skateboard.
What happens if a skateboard gets like broken?
So
Well, they
this is
never
hard.
really covered that.
Well, I was looking at something the other day, you know, in my very worthwhile endeavors, and evidently, I didn't continue scrolling. It was a post basically on, hey, here are the craziest mutant abilities, you know, and the first one I read was, I think the mutant's name was Scoops, and apparently her power is that she poops ice cream and can even decide what flavor.
That is great.
So
Okay.
I said I'm moving on.
But she can end world hunger.
She could end a lot of things, I guess, with that.
Also Elsa Bloodstone.
I was gonna say, is this the girl that was in Werewolf by Midnight?
Yeah.
Yep.
Alright.
Pretty cool, right?
Yeah, I did not expect, like, when it panned up, I'm like, who the heck is that?
I know, right?
Like, of all people.
How many lumps, darling?
What? I think I've taken on enough lumps for the day.
Oh, the fun's just getting started. This dimension is teeming with lovely leviathans like that.
Secretly, one of my favorite characters in
I'm a monster hunter, dear.
the Marvel Universe.
So when a rift
Man
opens
thing.
in downtown London and giant stone brutes pour out,
Sorry.
it's my job to stop
In
them.
connection with
Even if it means delivering them back home myself.
I'll still always forever call it the Halloween Marvel
I've seen
show.
a few, yeah.
Oh, yeah. That was the best thing they did. That was such a cool... That was our first Comic-Con, right?
It was,
Mhm.
yeah.
Like, okay, so for context, so Werewolf by Midnight came out a couple years ago, and we had gone to New York City Comic Con for the first time ever, and like, you know, went and did Comic Con all day, came back to the hotel, we got food, we watched Werewolf by Midnight, and it was one of the peak nerd moments of my entire life.
Magic. The hunt is on.
It was pretty cool.
Yeah, that was an awesome experience. And I don't know. This time I'm gonna throw it out there as a correction, not because I need to correct you, but because the nerds online will rip you apart. It's
Oh.
Werewolf by Night.
Werewolf by night. Oh, sorry.
I've already jumped through enough.
Well,
My,
listen,
let me
he
turn
got
the nerd
closer than
part
I
in.
did. I said the Halloween show.
I'm sorry.
See, you either have to be wildly incorrect, and then nobody cares, or you have to be correct. You can't be in the middle.
Yeah, right. I have a tendency to be almost correct, but just enough off to bug somebody.
Like, I knew that what you were saying didn't sound right, but I had no idea what to say to correct it. I was like, I don't think that it has that many syllables. I don't know why I feel that way, but yeah, that was a cool show. And oh man, I don't remember. There's no telling, because of all the things that we've been seeing lately. But where I saw this, but the folks from that show are now going to be included? Question mark and something. I can't remember what it was that I read that about. But most likely, Secret War or something like that. But
Midnight Sun.
the rumor
Yeah.
mill is going. Of course, everyone's supposed to be included in this stuff.
I just want a Midnight Suns movie.
Yeah. That's been on the rumor mill for about a year. That a bunch of those guys will show up in a Midnight Suns movie type thing.
Oh, I can't get over there. How do I get over there?
Okay, yeah, I think this is the one where it's like, do we destroy this
Teleport.
thing and then it unlocks one door?
Yeah,
Ow!
so if we do this, we go down to the left.
Of course, the
Okay,
magical
yep, so
signature
this
of
is
each
gonna
artifact seems to
sit
correspond
down to
with
the
a similarly
left.
colored rift.
Okay, yes, you can grab that. Yeah.
It's
And then
gonna
we'll go
be
through this
Gambit
portal.
and Deadpool.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah,
This magical box.
some good old white ISO. Well, let's see where this takes us.
Yep, there we go.
What do you know?
So in the last
Oh.
episode, we ended with the question of what is everybody's like 3 favorite mutants. Did you guys get a chance to think about that?
Oh,
That is a very good question.
well, you're gonna get my answers nice and raw because no, I did not think about it since the last episode. So, favorite mutants, man, I don't know. Gosh,
It's hard, right? Because there's so many, like, you think it'd be easy, but then you start thinking about it, and you're like, well, I like this one, but then, there's also
Yeah.
this person.
right. I'll have a hard time like figuring out how to quantify that too.
Mm-hmm.
Not that I can't. I'll just have a hard time doing that because so much of me, when I'm trying to answer that, I'm thinking like I didn't grow up reading comics or anything. I grew up watching shows. I grew up primarily doing that, like watching the animated shows, the Saturday morning cartoons. That was my life as a child, show my age. That action figures, that kind of stuff. So mine was more like the mainstream. I'm not reading comics. I'm watching Storm and Professor X and Gray and Wolverine and Cyclops. That's sort of all I've known. I know the world. Those dudes tried to pop up here and just fell and died. So man, I don't know. So it's hard for me to answer that question because I'm putting it through primarily, like if I want to say, Wolverine's my favorite mutant, what I'm actually saying is Hugh Jackman playing Wolverine. That was cool.
This is one of my favorite Marvel
Talk about an
characters of
intro.
all time.
Ghost Rider is just so sick.
So cool.
Burns rubber and souls. It's a shame that he wasn't more fun. personal opinion, more fun in the Midnight Suns video
Oh,
game.
100%.
Yeah, I didn't.
Yeah.
But he is so cool.
But
Did
yeah,
you guys
no,
watch
I get what you mean about
Agent?
that.
Just speaking of Ghost Rider, did you guys watch Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.?
Oh, yes.
No,
Yes.
I did not.
They did a really good job, honestly. Like I would be happy if they let him be. It's Robbie Reyes, not Johnny Williams.
Right.
It's the same one from Midnight Suns. I'd be happy if they let him be Ghost Rider MCU. He did very well.
Yeah. It's also really cool because like despite him being Robbie Reyes and like in the comics he doesn't actually have anything to do with like, you know, old school classic Ghost Rider, Johnny Blaze. But in the show, in their adaptation of him, they actually did find a way. They eventually, well, I mean, this is spoilers for a show that's like years old at this point. But they did incorporate Johnny Blaze and his spirit of vengeance into Robbie's story, which I thought was really kind of like a cool way to adapt it.
Yeah, no doubt. There we go.
Yeah, so sick. And
This was like your favorite character to play in this game, right, Joe?
yeah, I mainly switched over to Ghost Rider at this point.
Yeah. But we can't confirm or deny if Ghost Rider was in Deadpool and Wolverine.
Mm-hmm.
So we're not going to choose him as a character.
What is it, mortal?
You better cut back on the smokes there, Johnny.
It was nothing compared to what I had to
So
do
yeah, I don't know. Favorite? You said favorite mutant, right? Not favorite superhero. Is that correct?
Yep, favorite mutant.
Okay.
So whether they're part of the X-Men or the Brotherhood of Mutants or whatever, like, favorite mutants.
I was dragged there by a powerful
Gosh.
Yeah, well, I can give you a moment to think more and I can take a go at it.
Sure. Yeah.
It's because I'll say probably like 3, like, and it's really hard because there are so many awesome mutant characters and so many unique mutant characters, but I'd say probably I'll narrow it down to 3 that I gravitate towards for just specific reasons one way or another. It's for me Nightcrawler. I just love Nightcrawler so much. He's just so cool teleporting. I like the unique appearance, and then just for him, I mean, he comes from, I mean, like his character, his background story, like he's like also Catholic, like Daredevil, or I think he's usually been depicted as Catholic, at least in the animated show when he was introduced, it was sort of like that. But still, just being like a character of faith in this world where like, hey, there's all this like crazy things, mutant powers. How do you explain that? What's going on with that? But he still found like faith, or like he still finds comfort coming to the church, reading scripture, and just placing his faith.
Sorry, dude, but Gambit continues to drop off the map.
There's a chest on the toilet.
Is there a place down there? Is that what's going on?
A little spot, but then you teleport back up.
Oh, yeah, chest. Where's that? Anyways, continue, Joe. Sorry.
Yeah, that's so Nightcrawler. Perhaps a little random, but I've always really thought Domino was awesome.
You would.
Oh, and
For those of you that don't know why I said, this dude is the luckiest individual I have ever been around in my life.
Yeah. Yeah.
When it comes to video games, the RNG, he's like the RNG lover boy. I don't even know what they call it.
I don't
Definitely
think
have a
that's
deal
what they would
worked out
call
with
it.
Somebody in some higher place when it comes to RNG.
But no, yeah. And then Domino, of course, being like her power is like luck. She just has so much good luck. Everything just works out.
Which you said in a prior episode actually, you informed us that her power isn't luck, but she has like a collection of such good reflexes and instincts and decision-making abilities on a subconscious level that it appears as though she's lucky, right?
Mm-hmm. And yeah, and just even borderline like psychic and telepathic powers as well, but not anything that she would consciously do. It just kind of manipulates everything around her.
I see. Yeah.
Spell you're casting.
So like even to the point, and just kind of going on a tangent here, there was one of the more recent comics in the last year, just cutting out a lot of context to get to the point. Mr. Sinister had created a group of mutants that like they were like two mutants put together like genetically, like he just spliced together clones, but they were all like they were different mutant abilities, but they were all spliced together with Nightcrawler's abilities. So there was a Domino Nightcrawler hybrid, and she like legit like she would just take out an Uzi, just spray and pray, and then somehow all the bullets would teleport into everybody in the room.
My God.
And that is just insanely ridiculous and OP.
I'd say so.
But yeah, oh no, Doctor Strange is having a tough time. What's going on here?
I purge your dark soul from my own.
Well,
Oh no, dear doctor.
Came to bargain with Dormammu. Dormammu looks awesome.
I have not finished with you yet.
Wow, that's
Yeah,
really
he
cool.
definitely like
that's why we say no to drugs.
yeah, the comic version is very overtly evil, but simultaneously a neat design.
Man.
But yeah. But number 3 favorite mutant, and just because I gravitate towards talking to this guy every now and then, talking about this guy. So this is probably one of my less serious ones, but also simultaneously still to the point. So there's a mutant named, like, literally his sign, like his alias, his code name, his superhero name, like being in the X-Men, is Strong Guy. That is literally his name. It is Strong Guy. He just
I don't
has
believe
super strength, so he's
think
just
you're
like
making
this
up.
big. No, I'm not making this up. He's just like huge, ripped, kind of like the big guys, like in between Colossus and Juggernaut in terms of like how muscular he is. But it's so goofy because he is bald with just like one like tuft of hair, of like blonde hair and goggles, and that's all he is. He just has super strength, and he's called Strong Guy, and he's awesome.
I definitely thought you were gonna say Herman Glob.
No, well, Herman Glob is a runner-up. I also love Herman Glob.
Oh man.
Dang. Wow. Did we just conquer the dark dimension?
I was gonna say, is this the end of the episode already?
Yeah,
Wow.
we did it.
Look at us.
What?
Go us.
Who would have thought?
I'm guessing it's the end, right? Or is it? I don't know.
I don't know. Well, let's
I
dip
think
in.
we should.
We'll dip
I
our
think we should
toes.
find
I
out.
owe you an apology for all of that unpleasantness.
Because that seemed,
I will.
but it also
But
seemed
first
like
we
we
need
had
to
taken a
deal
bit of
with
a
Dormammu.
Oh,
That
a
was
side
no more than a
path
shadow
journey,
of
if you
his
will.
true power.
looks like we
He's
actually
the
gotta go take
master
care
of
of
this
Dormammu.
dimension and can.
Mm.
Dormammu has an infinity.
So
Yeah,
the
O'Brien,
boss of
what's
the
the
area
next?
was
It will
not
open the
Doctor
first
Strange.
rift between our dimensions. I tried to chase it here, but it was too late.
Yeah.
For
So
me,
I don't know, man.
perhaps
This is
for
a
reality
tough
as
one
we
for me
know
again
it.
because I sort of like
I'm afraid so.
I don't know.
Unless we
I go
stop
back
it,
to the
we'll
basics
make
to
every
answer this question.
dimension as
I
dark
really
as
do. I
this
think
one.
I just have to have Wolverine in there. I love Wolverine, which I don't necessarily think I have to apologize for. I think he's a great mutant. But I know, pretty basic answer, but I love him. Specifically, my most recent joyous moment, not Deadpool Wolverine, although that was a good movie, was a comic that I read that came out recently where Wolverine had a tussle with the Predator.
Wow, that's cool.
Mm-hmm.
And that was pretty awesome to read about.
Yeah.
So I enjoyed that a lot. Wolverine. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know that, to be honest. I don't know that I haven't done that before. I like folks like Storm. Got plenty of mutants that I like, but I just don't know that I would be willing to say they're top 3 because I don't know a lot about them.
Probably Beast, I would guess for you.
Well,
Probably
yeah.
close up there.
Yeah. I don't even know why I like Beast. You know, it's part of the thing. Like I kind of have my reasons for liking Wolverine, and I have these others that are just sort of, I guess they're my strong guy answers. Like yeah, I could do that. I could probably say Beast, and I would add Storm. I've always enjoyed her character. I think she's obviously super powerful.
So bummed we'll never get to see Beast and Black Panther, or not Beast, Storm and Black Panther share screen. Just how much like connection they have in the comics. Like, would love to see like Chadwick Boseman's character. Is that not nope. Oh yeah.
Yes.
Look at that. Who would have thought?
Secrets.
Just jump across now.
I'm gonna jump.
I think for me, number 1 is probably Magneto. I'm just a sucker for, and I think most of my favorite characters in this sort of fit this category. I'm a sucker for like the villain, anti-hero. Nowadays, Magneto is an anti-hero, but like the guy who, the character thinks they're gonna do the wrong, evil things. Right, they're doing the right thing. Yeah, it's like the Megatron. So, Magneto's whole shtick, like, if it takes wiping out the rest of the world to make sure my people are safe, then that's a sword I'm willing to fall on. I'm willing to be a villain if that's what makes people safe. I know.
Right. He's not a villain to be a villain. He's a villain because what he thinks is going to save the world is villainous to most people. Right.
Exactly. Like, he's not just like, haha, I'm evil for this, because I want to sit back in the chair and cackle. So there's definitely that. I'd say number 2 is probably Magic. I like Magic a lot. The character's super cool. Young girl. It's Colossus' sister. So you see like kind of the opposite. Like, Colossus is this just like starkly good, person.
Resolute, undoing.
Right. And then you have Magic, this little girl who's locked inside, basically held, by Mephisto for most of her life. Comes out, as the demon queen, decides, I'm gonna be a hero, I've always thought of that. And then I would say Wolverine, but I think I dropped him number 4 because I'm starting to really get into not really a new character, but it's new to me. The Armor. What's her name?
Yeah, Armor's pretty cool.
She's like a Japanese student. Typically, like her powers basically like makes this like big like psionic like force like suit of armor around herself. Main character of the new Ultimate X-Men comics. I kind of know a little bit about an alternate.
What did you think of the new Mutants movie.
This will sound terrible. I have never seen that movie. It is on the list. It's the only like Marvel movie I don't think I've ever seen. Like Marvel, just like the big scale Marvel.
Okay. Did we miss something back here? Like, or
It
I'm wondering.
feels like we did, with how much room there is around here, but
Yeah. What's that tele?
that's what I'm curious about. Like, if so, we gotta destroy that thing to get this. Do we go through this teleport? Oh, yeah. Okay. There we go. That's what we do. Ah! There's that.
3 boxes.
Jackpot.
But yeah, what I was gonna say earlier is I feel you on like the kind of like where you're informed with your media. I did read a lot of comics as a kid, but I'm much more into shows that I got to watch. You know, I grew up as a kid at the tail end of like the animated X-Men Evolution was like a big one when I was younger. It was like a new fresh take on X-Men, right in the early stages of Hugh Jackman's X-Men with the black leather and all that. So, kind of cool kids. So I just definitely influenced by a lot of that.
Yeah, I have no doubt that my interest will change. I don't think Wolverine would come out of my top 3. But he might not be like number 1, but I think the others might change if I what we got here? Flame. Okay, my answers could change though if I chose to read up a little more on some characters, like Iceman, for instance. Like, I think I could enjoy. Wait, why did it?
That was weird.
Oh, it not let us back in. Oh, here we go. We'd like walk away from it.
Yeah, like Iceman is a great example. Like in the comics, he's Omega mutant, like Omega.
Right.
Omega mutant. He literally like he gets to the point where his powers like he can just teleport anywhere on Earth at any time. Like he can just turn into water radiation.
Right.
Reform elsewhere.
He's basically immortal.
Yep.
Because of his ability to just, well, not be injured, essentially.
Yep. He can stop
But-
his aging and all that.
Right. So, like, you know, I think if because that's a good example of my experience of Iceman. It's definitely not that.
Spider-Man and his amazing friends, you know.
Right.
You see him like
Or,
making a
you
little
know,
ice slide. Oh, whoa. Oh, this is nauseating.
Oh, oh my gosh. Or it's him, you know, cooling off a cold one for Wolverine in the movies. You know, that's about
Hey,
all I got.
that's an awesome power.
What the hell are you
Loki's
doing
coming to
here,
save the
Loki?
day.
Loki.
The Kingpin had no idea the power he possessed. But I've been watching, and I now know what these crystals can do. In
Are those supposed to be the
more
ISOs that we
experienced
have?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Here. Let me show you.
Well, he's got a few of them.
He's got a pretty rock collection.
I don't understand why like Loki just randomly showed up. Like, oh,
I know,
sorry,
like,
guys, I'm
why
here,
is he
like,
here?
Hanging out. I'm gonna hold on my ultimate.
Yeah, I'm gonna let his.
Wave
Yeah.
deal.
You gotta let his health bar get down. Yeah.
And you thought one of me was hard to handle.
Why is he wearing boots with fur? Look ridiculous.
Yeah, get him.
You shouldn't have been able to do that.
Well, we did.
Shazam.
You are victorious. Take your spoils.
Boots with the
I
fur.
must admit, this alliance you've built is quite inspiring. Perhaps I should craft one of my own.
Yeah, I'm sure that'd be a good idea.
Seemed a little
Just hang out with
sketchy.
your friend. Oh, not again.
Unusual. Anyone know what that was all about?
All that matters is that he is gone, and we have his crystals, and that Dormammu lies ahead.
Dormammu's lair is near. Focus the energy from the crystals to destroy his enchanted barrier. We can't delay. Dormammu's shield must be broken. We can
Man.
absorb their attacks with the crystals and redirect the energy of the barrier. We'll need more
Oh.
crystals to destroy the barrier. Luckily, the mindless ones are bringing them right to us.
Yeah, you gotta hold one of these crystals, and then you gotta let them hit you with projectiles to charge it. And then we're gonna throw it at the barrier. Is this good? Yep. Another one should do it.
Beginning to weaken. We're almost there.
Bam.
A bit more. We've breached the barrier. Nowhere left to hide now.
Great.
Dormammu.
You get out of here, Rockman.
Alright, looks like there's a couple of directions. Not that way, down this
Accustomed to
way.
chaos, but
Oh,
this
go
realm
that way.
makes
Let's
even
go
my
this
head
way. Let's
spin.
go first. Nope, not there.
Nothing there.
Nope. Really? Not that way? Wow, alright. Fine game, I didn't want to find secret treasure anyway.
Oh, we might have found one.
Sorry. Well,
Alright.
let's see what's
Mama,
next.
we've come to bargain.
This looks...
Your journey ends here. The future holds only darkness for you and all of reality.
Yeah, he's got the reality stone.
Oh no! Oh lord! Oh lord!
Oh, gonna throw these maybe?
Supreme
Oh,
Stephen.
that.
I have Dormammu. And he is about to extinguish your flame once and for all.
Yeah, you're doing this correctly.
You have to let him get charged up, I guess.
Ah, dang. When he did his fist crush, that knocked me and dropped it.
Oh snap! Oh no! There's so
Okay.
much death and destruction.
Okay. I think we can't hold on to it for too long, just
Alright,
because.
yours, if it's purple, alright, it's purple.
Yep.
Purple.
Throw 'em, guys.
Oh wow!
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah,
that did a lot more
we're getting
damage.
there, we're getting there.
First time it hit for like 3,000. That time it hit for like 36,000.
Oh, he like... Thought that would be enough. Oh,
Yep.
get him!
Attack his fist.
save our ult for the second bar, I guess.
Yeah, I don't even have
Yeah.
one. Okay, now I've got my ult. So yeah, 1 second. Alright.
Nah, he'll have one
Oh, yeah,
final
well, yeah.
one.
I think we still use them though, right?
Yeah, I'd use them on this phase.
Alright, mine's charged up. Oh, nice. Alright, ready?
Woo!
Get wrecked.
Oh, it's not even doing any damage.
623,000 damage from that. That was awesome. Nice. Oh, we have these things on the sides. We have nothing now.
Got it.
Oh, okay. Nice job.
Take that, Flamo.
But I shall return. Stronger than ever before.
All right.
We did it. We saved the dark dimension.
Look at us. Well, I think that wraps up chapter 6. The Dark Dimension.
Yeah.
Well, thanks for joining us, guys. We will be back in a couple days with our next episode. Chapter 7 will be coming up. We're getting closest to the end. We got a little bit more to go, like 4 or 5 more chapters. And, yeah. So we will catch you next time.
Peace.
Have a good time, folks.